Hey folks, Jempeski here bringing you another audio commentary. Today I'm going to be doing a quick game between th000 and th000, and this is a game just from IEF. I haven't actually seen it before, but I'm not going to be doing it live. Obviously IEF was a while ago, and the replays have just been released now, or this set of replays has just been released today, so I thought I'd cover it because it had some pretty interesting, or some heroes I hadn't really talked about too much, I think, in my casts. And as you can see, it's on Twisted Meadows. Obviously th000 playing human, and Fly obviously playing orc. Pretty standard stuff. Fly looks like he's just putting his barracks really far out actually of his base. This is going to be just in the in case of a tower rush, I think. He just wants to have a quite spread out base so that it's hard to catch all the buildings with one tower, and then also all the burrows as well. And as you can see, meanwhile, th000 meanwhile going for an Archmage first, and he's probably going to be trying to creep this spot here first. This is obviously a really easy way to get level 2. If you get an experience time, you can get really close to level 3, and you can get a really nice item as well. And it's going to be pretty tricky for Fly to come and harass him, just because of the distance between the two bases, and because this is on the far side, this Goblin Lab is on the far side. It serves as the second best position for th000 to be in at this point. And meanwhile, Fly's going for a Farseer first, which means we're probably going to be seeing some Chain Wave. That is Chain Lightning and Shockwave from a Tauren Chieftain second. Obviously Feral Spirit first, but then the Chain Wave really becomes very important when the casters come out. And this Archmage is now out for th000. Obviously it's a bit earlier than the Farseer because the human will power build their altar in this case, just to get that creeping down a bit earlier, so that a Blade Master can't come in and kill all the militia when they're trying to run back, because they do have to tank a lot of damage here. And you can see th000 immediately taking a lot of damage with one militia, and he does take out the slow Mud Golem first, and going for the Rock Golem second. Obviously the Tome Experience, actually that's very nice for him. Lion Horn with Stormwind, obviously a bit of extra armor, that's not as good. And as you can see, Fly has not yet scouted out completely, but what he's doing is he knows that th000 has to be on this half of the map, so he's just running that way in the hopes of getting lucky, and he indeed will. And there's a couple low footmen now coming, or peasants coming back, and it looks like Fly's just going to be a couple seconds too late to catch them. No Arcane Tower up yet for th000 though, and so it looks like he will actually lose at least one militia. He did lose one peasant in militia form, and that's pretty much it. He's going to lose the second one here, but I imagine th000 will be able to micro the rest of these away. And meanwhile, obviously Archmage so close to level 3, he really just needs to kill a couple of Feral Spirits, or just go creeps an easy camp. And once you get that level 2 Water Elemental, it's just so strong. And militia being brought out again, this is really something you just need to keep on doing until you can chase away this early harassment. And almost a surround on this Grunt here actually, but the Archmage does get a bit trapped as well and decides to TP out, and this is going to mean that all these militia are going to go his way as well, and so he's going to lose that Grunt surround as well. And you can see th000 just decides to run away as Archmage as well. Hopefully he'll get this kill here, get level 3, but Fly might just summon some new wolves and cancel them. I'm not sure what the cooldown's like for, or how cooldown it is at the moment, and yeah, it looks like he didn't manage to kill those two wolves, and now these peasants obviously in a really exposed position. Looks like one's going to get killed immediately. Oh no, Fly actually forgets to kill it. No, there he goes there, and he's actually going to get both the kills, so that's very nice for him, and a bit sloppy play by th000 really. And Archmage now coming back in, he picked up a boots of speed and sold his TP. A bit surprised that he sold his TP. That's probably going to mean we're going to see a lot of early aggression. He is still tier 1, he's not teching, he's not expanding, and no lumber mill yet, but I think we probably will see some sort of tower rush. Meanwhile, Fly is teching and putting up a shop. He has a really late shop, and this is obviously not a big problem because he hasn't managed to get back to his base yet. And it looks like th000 has actually pulled out some of the creeps. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but he's probably going to try and buy some mercs. And looks like Fly's going to try and buy them as well. And Fly actually managed to get one of them, and th000 gets the other. So bit of a trade-off there. And th000 immediately kills the Shadow Priest, but not being careful with this Rock Golem actually. That's a bit careless by him. And meanwhile, Fly just sort of in the base, just sort of rampaging around, has killed a lot of peasants, you can see just by his experience. And actually this one, yeah, another one goes down there. He's very close to level 2 at this point, but meanwhile with level 3 is coming in. He'll probably try and do some burrow harassment here, and there's not really that much he can do at this point. I mean, he can just sort of attack burrows, but with some good micro from Fly, which we're bound to see because this was an offline event, and Fly is amazing at offline. I think there's not going to be much that we can actually do at this point. He's going to have to continue building peons because he's lost so many. He's going to have to repair all these buildings that are being destroyed as well, because otherwise there's just going to be this open path into his base. And meanwhile, through with a bunch of militia being brought in, looks like he will be going for a tower rush and trying to get us around on that grunt. Looks like he has actually managed to. It's a bit careless by Fly just leaving that there and not moving it at all. But Fly has managed to almost break into Thu's base at this point. Thu really needs to be careful here to make sure that the base isn't just sort of breached, because it has been now actually, and this is going to be really bad for his gold line. And meanwhile, there's less that Thu can do, because obviously the natural defenses of the burrows are so strong that Thu's really just going to have to sort of stick outside and build a couple more towers maybe. And all the remaining peons being called to militia form, actually all bar 2, but this is really just an attempt to sort of try and chase Fly away, and it looks like Thu has had to bring back his Archmage just to sort of try and chase away these heroes, or at least distract them for a bit, these heroes and units, sorry, and looks like it's worked partially, at least it's bought him a bit of time. And he is meanwhile setting up a couple more tower, or one more tower, already one arcane tower going up, but a Tauren Chieftain coming out second. So as I said, Chainwave is sort of fairly likely in this gameplay. Obviously you can play Shadowhunter second, but that's a lot less viable. Especially considering Tauren Chieftain's just really fun to play. Archmage almost level 4 actually, that's going to be really strong when it does come out, but a TP actually now from the Farseer, and this is quite clever actually, because it means that he's going to get back to his base immediately. He's just going to be able to cancel these towers before they actually finish, and so this is going to go very well for Fly here. At this point actually in the best of 3, it's 1-1, so whoever wins this will go on to the finals, and if you know who won, then actually that might tell you who wins this game. But all these spirit wolves are now being focused down, but level 3 now on the Farseer, and that's going to be really powerful. But a arcane tower goes up just in time and actually drains a lot of the mana for the Farseer. I'm not sure whether he's going to be able to get out spirit wolves. No, it doesn't look like he has been able to, so he's had his mana drained below the requisite mana. But Shockwave now coming up from the Tauren Chieftain and immediately doing a lot of damage. Not many footmen out, but a couple more militia being brought in, although all the militia are already slightly injured. And this is really Thu's last chance. He really has to make a really convincing push here. Obviously no tier 2 buildings out yet for Fly, but that's not a big problem. All he needs to do is just hold off this tower rush for as long as possible, and looks like that is what he's doing. Thu with not much of an army at this point, just his level 4 Archmage, which is obviously very strong in itself because it can summon all these water elementals, but not really much else for him at this point. And Thu just being chased away at this point. Obviously this game hasn't gone sort of too much to plan, but bringing in more militia now, he knows he doesn't really have any other option, and he is only at 21 food, and so he does just have to bring in absolutely everything he has just to have a fighting chance here. And Farseer getting a bit low, but managing to run out of range. He does have a healing salve and scroll of speed, so he will be able to get away if he needs to. Actually bought another healing salve. I think that was probably a mistake. But a bestiary now going up. I'm surprised he didn't try and set up a war mill, because Fly knows that Thu's only chance is to tower rush him, and a war mill obviously allows you to build demolishers and towers, which are two sort of tremendously important things against a human tower rush. And Thu now retrying this expansion attempt, but I imagine he knows it's not really going to work. Bringing in more militia, yeah, bringing in 3 more militia and 1 more footman as well, and just keeping on pumping these tier 1 units, and it doesn't look like it's going too well for him. I think actually getting ensnare now on this bestiary, I'm a bit surprised he didn't go for, say, a Wind Rider, because obviously there's pretty much no anti-air. There's just sort of the water elemental and the Archmage. You can just sort of try and dodge those, and at that point you can really sort of wreak havoc on the towers. And this one arcane tower is now building, but it's taking a lot of damage just from these peons. It's really nice to have that just as a distraction for the some of the peasants. And level 3 or level 2 wolves coming out, and between all that sort of diffuse damage and the shockwaves, Tauren Chieftain has managed to get level 2, and lots of these footmen have gone down, and the 2 towers have now gone down as well, and the level 4 Archmage is forced to retreat along with these footmen, but I think it's pretty much over now. He does manage to focus down a grunt, but that's not going to get him too much closer. Obviously level 5 would be huge. He is going to get another grunt here, but still not there, and Quite a few grunts here out for Fly. Obviously, you just need to keep on pumping grunts when you're being tower rushed because they're sort of really cheap. They just cost a bit of gold and they're really useful. And actually, a first raider out now for Fly, but he's not using it. Yeah, he's using it now. He really should bring that in because it's very nice that first raider can just get a bit of a sort of surprise ensnare off often on the hero, and you can just get a lot of free focus in while they adjust their strategy. And first year now I'm salving up as well, but immediately cancelled by the Archmage. But there is that ensnare there, and a speed scroll being used actually to try and get us around. Doesn't quite manage it, and it looks like the Archmage will actually get away because I don't think that second ensnare is not going to come in time. Although the Raider has been speed scrolled, so it might get away, but it's still very low health Archmage, and the second ensnare is used, and Chain Lightning actually gets that final kill, and th000 says GG. So that was one game. I hope you enjoyed it, folks. I'll see you for WCG games coming up very soon.